In Asia, mature control technologies over dioxin emissions from stationary sources and emissions source control measures and regulations are now in place. However, the high population density in Asia plus over-cultivation, local agricultural practices and ancestor worshipping customs frequently accompanied by biomass burning, such as the wood or charcoal and biomass burning of harvested agricultural residues in Thailand, Vietnam and Myanmar. Drought or forest fires due to forest clearing in Indonesia and the burning of incense and joss paper in Asia are all unique sources of dioxin in Asia. The dioxin produced from such biomass burning adhere to carbon-containing fine particulate matters and are carried into neighboring countries by East Asian dust storms, drawing the attention of many Asian countries. In the example of Japan, incineration has been the main garbage treatment method due to limited land. The United Nations Environment Programme estimated that Japan accounted for 35% of the global dioxin emissions for waste incinerators in 1995 alone. To prevent dioxin pollution, Japan adopted strategies in dioxin prevention in 1996 by tightening the dioxin emission concentration, formulating objectives for dioxin reduction, and undergoing improvement projects of renovation for incineration plants. By 2010, Japan's atmospheric emissions have dropped to 158 to 160 gram WHO TQ per year, about 98% reduction compared to 1997. What other countries may learn from Japan is its law concerning special measures against dioxins, implemented in 2000. The law promotes the control measures to reduce various pollutants, sets standards for flue gas, wastewater and waste control, in addition to developing environmental baseline for air, soil, water bodies, and sediments, all of which have been implemented into environmental monitoring standards in order to determine current environmental pollution conditions. In recent years, Japan and Taiwan also have exchanged for analysis and control technologies. In the example of Vietnam, the military sprayed large amounts of Agent Orange, also known as defoliant, during the Vietnam War. Agent Orange contains a high dioxin concentration and causes a high background value of dioxins in the environment, such as in soil and rivers. In recent years, Vietnam has studied dioxin analysis and soil pollution remediation technology in Taiwan and is now taking active measures to remove the massive defoliant sprayed by the army during the Vietnam War, while it carries out soil remediation and dioxin analysis and inspection work. It has also started to plan control strategies such as hazardous waste treatment and flue emission standards. Taiwan is also aggressively implementing dioxin reduction measures. For example, in 1977, Taiwan was first in promulgating the most stringent dioxin emission control standards for large waste incinerators, following the introduction of incinerators, which turned to be one out of the main dioxin emission sources. Taiwan also issues a number of control standards for medium and small waste incinerators, steelmaking industry electric arc furnaces, and other general stationary sources. Currently, regulatory controls over dioxins have included all stationary sources for enforced audits and inspection. Moreover, Taiwan now bans open burning of agricultural waste, and farmers encourages to chop straws and recycle fruit tree branches as raw materials for organic fertilizers, and use straws as a renewable biomass energy source. The government also encourages the public to change the habit of burning joss paper and implements centralized joss paper burning program as well as online worshipping, so that the public may eventually desist from burning joss paper. Through the various control measures, Taiwan's dioxin emissions have gradually declined over the years. By 2011, the dioxin emissions have dropped to 55.7 gram international TEQ. Using 2002 as a baseline year, the reduction rate reached 83%. In terms of waste management, Taiwan has completed the management system of incinerator bottom ash, hazardous slag and fly ash control, and treatment for waste containing dioxin. The regulations include applying thermal treatment for hazardous industrial waste with dioxin toxic equivalent concentration exceeding 1.0 nanogram international TEQ per gram, stipulating the destruction and removal efficiency must reach 99.999% or higher. Taiwan also reinforces garbage sorting and the reduction of waste and dioxin production from the source. Taiwan also developed soil contamination control standards and sediment quality index standards for dioxins, in addition to continuing soil pollution investigation and subsequent improvement, remediation, restoration, and revitalization work. In the example of Sinopec Ansun factory in Tainan, where a severe dioxin pollution incident occurred, the pollution has been controlled and listed at remediation control site. Taiwan also tightened control standards for effluent dioxins to reduce the dioxin emissions from wastewater discharge. Moreover, due to the fact that about 90 to 95% of dioxin intake by human body comes from food consumption, Taiwan has set limits and standards on foods such as fish, shellfish, meats, dairy products, oils, and eggs that can easily accumulate dioxins. Taiwan also established mechanisms for case reporting, processing procedures, product disposal, and health-related risk communications. In addition, to understand the impact on the environment and human health, Taiwan implements periodic testing of pollutant emission channels, environmental distribution, and food monitoring. Such relevant data reveal that Taiwan is one of the leading Asian countries with effective accomplishments in the area of dioxin control. As a member of the global village, Taiwan is continuing a comprehensive approach to dioxin control and working towards the development of dioxin inspection, such as rapid screening, expanding environmental background monitoring, and information publication, as well as dioxin reduction. Taiwan also hopes to cooperate with other Asia countries and countries around the world to engage in international academic exchange, joint observation, monitoring data exchange, and technological exchange over sites remediation, thereby working together for the global reduction of dioxin emissions.
Kina Baruaga 가게네 야모로